Hello, welcome, Mr. Toth. You're the first one here before me even. Wonder how that works. All right, so I'm gonna give it just a minute here to let a few people filter in before I start. Uh, the one that's on though, is that you, Mr. Toth? Dang it, off. Yep. Okay. Well, it's showing you're on and off. All right, and I might as well start with you. You are the winner for finding the Fordson, and I know you're the only one on here, but for anyone else, this this is what he found, and I'm not going to say what video or anything because we might revisit the Fordson again. But he found her, uh, and I do owe you a hat. Thank you for your participation there. Appreciate it. So what's weather like down your way? Awesome. Well, I'll start with awesome here and not so awesome here. Between dry but supposed to be rain next week. Really beautiful temps, mid 70s. Very nice. So this has been kind of a hectic week for me. We did kind of start. Hey, Steve, how you doing? We did start soybean harvest. We haven't started with much yet. So conditions have been kind of tough. So it's been a little as we can get. But tonight it's raining and it's been raining. It started last night and it's just been drizzling, but been warm. Yeah. Well, I'm kind of wondering. I've got two of you here now. Kind of wondering if I shouldn't just start the end of month stuff, and as they say, the early bird gets the worm. What do you guys think? Or you guys want to chat for a minute? Either way, go for it. All right. Well, you guys are the deciding factor. So, anyways, this month we gained 39 subscribers. I think it's the best month. Not 100% sure. Oh, and Steve. So I gotta stop 1 second here. Steve, there it is. There is the Fordson, and yeah. I just had to do it before I forgot about it. I know you asked me that. Back to it. Watch time for the month was 419.9. We were up 9.9 from 410 last month. Views were 66.58, and even though the time was up, the views were down just a little bit. Last month was 69.91. Our best views per day were 278, and that was on the 28th. So if any of you guys were on the 28th, pat yourself on the back. Best watch time day was 19 and a half hours, and that was the first, and I am guessing that was mainly on account of the live here. I know it boosts the day there. Okay. And have we got anyone else on? Nope. Steve, I was looking for a full-size tractor. Yeah, well, I don't have a full-sized. Oh, I gotta move my cord. I'm sitting on. Had a bin fan that bearing went on it, and I'm using him as a chair. It's about right height. But I was tripping over the plug there. Well, I think I'm going to keep going on this a little bit. New subscribers were 39. I think I already said that. The new subscriber list here is Farmer's Daughter 200. I'm gonna butcher this one, but it's Alexandre Boucher, Daryl McLean, some Latelo, Ford Tractor Man. I'm gonna butcher this one. Ericus, Venderkovic, something like I'm sorry, that one's gonna be butchered. This one's gonna be too. Rajandra Ram, Namik Samadov, Honda ATC. All right, and that's what I've got for. Let me double check this. Yep, that's what I have for the numbers and whatnot. My little channel notes for, and this will be for anyone watching after the fact. My comments aren't working as they should on some of my videos. So if someone has commented and I didn't respond, I probably didn't see it. I know I had a couple comments, one from Ed and one from Richard, that for sure didn't get. And I've chatted with them both on it. YouTube's been notified, so if anyone else is in on that same scenario, I apologize. I can only go so far with it, though. All right, so we're down to the Q&A and chit chat. So what's the good word, fellas? Beans get any drier? Okay, so I have taken some soybeans off, and there should be a video. I just don't stab yourself. Don't stab yourself. Oh, stitches. And what I put up was actually 12.9%. So that is a little bit wet yet. And like I said, I got a video coming of it. I got days 1 and 2 in on it. It's been kind of slow. I've got some pigeon grass issues, and yeah, it's slow going. The pigeon grass or foxtail is it's green as can be. Beans, oh, that's still the same one. But 12.9 is just on the uncomfortable side as far as storage for me. They can go rancid. It's highly unlikely to happen. I'm going to have to put some air on them and, turn it off on days like today where it's drizzling out. So, Steve, how did you stab yourself? Oh, how are you liking the new tires? They are awesome until, yeah, you guys get another video on that. They were awesome, and they still are awesome. But there's, I said I had to revisit it. Well, that's up and coming. I had to revisit it, and I had to revisit it today. That hub or that wedge, it did shear. But yeah, Dad took the 4010 down the road and cut a little bit of hay with it, and he was just cleaning up some areas. Oh, sorry. Here I'm reading. Tripped on my side knife, went through the sheath and into my leg. 7 stitches. That doesn't sound good, Steve. And I know that's a sharp knife. I've used it. Well, Steve, I hope you're recovering well. I hope that didn't set you back too dang far. But yeah, no, those tires are awesome. That 4010 is actually worth something now. Hasn't seen a lot of use, but yeah, they're. I'm liking them. It's been a really long time in coming. I know I've only been on YouTube for so long, but I actually bought those tires before I started the YouTube channel, and just hadn't had the time to. I knew I had to go through the rims the way it was, and I just either the weather wasn't good or I didn't have the time to go through them. And I'm glad it's done by harvest now. Hello, who's our third person? I'm just kind of curious. Well, welcome, number 3. Combine working good on the beans. So, yes and no. So my combine has it's a different beater drive than stock. And I found out that it is the weak point as far as running tough material through the combine. And I have bought 3 sets of belts for it. And I'm getting real good at changing them. But other than that, it's run pretty good. With the green that I'm putting through it, it's burning a little more fuel than I like. But yeah, we're moving slowly, but we're moving along. The one good thing is it's not just my issue. Everyone, well, I shouldn't say everyone locally, but a lot of people locally, when they're cutting, they are cutting a lot of green. Kind of curious who our number 3 was, come and went. God, I know both Steve and Mr. Toth there. I know you guys watch regular. Did my notification for this come out pretty clearly? Much work on the granary left. So yes, I still have that full other side to do, and I just want to check something here real quick. If I go goofy, I apologize. But if I go to my dashboard here real quick. No, I'm going live. Yeah, it is going. I was just going to look at content because I think it's all been up. Yeah. So that, yeah, it was fine. Where did I start? So I think Steve was asking where did I start, and I started over there on Dave's, and I don't know if you know where Dave's is or isn't, Steve. But back to the granary, that load or emptying the soybean video, that gravity box has still got wheat in it, and I do have to finish that whole other side. But yeah, one side has got it's good to go, and I do like the system. It turned out. I'm not patting myself on the back too much here, but it turned out pretty good. Sorry, I got 2 cats in the garage here that snuck in. I tried to kick them out, but they must not like the rain. And Yeah. They're making a fuss. They're distracting me a bit. So do I plan to do winter wheat? I do not plan on doing winter wheat anytime soon. Um, once the beans are off. No, okay, so here's the deal. If you if you haven't planted what you're going to plant by about now, it will freeze off. We are getting that close to maybe not frozen ground, but freezes where they will kill your crop. Too many cats. Oh, I wish now they're actually two pretty good cats. They're the kids' cats, and they for the most part stay outside. But yeah, they're uh, they're their own little devils, I guess. They're all right. I'm not a cat lover, but they're all right. But yeah, no, you can plant winter wheat, but it's a little tougher to do unless you've got something real early to take off and then plant. You should be about done by now. The guys that are doing a bit of rye, and some rye is growing around here. It's all 4 inches tall right now. Um, as far as fall crops, so I did plant that radish as a cover crop, and that is actually doing quite well. I can't remember the exact plant dates. I think they're in the videos, but yeah, they're. I put some of them in a. Right, I took some video today, and yeah, you'll get to see a minute on them. They're doing well. Any updates on the TW? So yeah, I've been trying to get him in the shop and no more Friday night shows. I'm missing gold. Oh, Steve. So I don't pick Friday night shows. I go the first of the month, and this live's always going to be on the first. So you're going to have to fight the calendar there. Missing Gold Rush. I tell you. I don't know who's even on that show anymore. I used to watch it when I used to work oil field. Schnabel. It's the only one I remember now. Used to catch that quite a bit. But yeah, TW, I did start on him a little bit, and not so much as getting them all the same. Yeah. So TW, I started to pull, and I think I got a weight off. What was the deal there? I had a day this week before I started getting somewhat serious on harvest. I think the Hoffmans have been out of it for a while, I think. But yeah, that TW has been just difficult to get in. It's just, boy, it's been a busy summer. And I know you guys have only seen like 10%. That's I'll let you in on a little backstory. I mentioned I worked oil field there for a while, and I did. I worked oil field for about 15 years, and when I was working offshore, we were on a 6-week on and a 6-week off schedule, and that worked pretty good. I could get a lot done when I was home, and the schedule kind of aligned with the farm, and I didn't cover as many acres. Yeah, lots of winter yeah, I got plenty of winter projects. I don't run short of winter projects at all. Man, I got that C. I haven't hardly touched that. Although I did go to the salvage yard today and we chatted on that a little bit today. Still in good hands with the salvage man. So, and that kind of goes on. I found a block for the C, and it turns out it's not the right block. It's close, but not right. And we're still looking on that avenue. If I have to, I might even have to fix what I got. I don't want to though, because that crack's getting too close to the crank web. But yeah, TW, he's got to get in. I need him in, and I also need my 4640's down too at the moment too. So I don't have any tractor of my own that's over 100 horse. Yeah, part of the block is broke off, and if it was more towards the front, I wouldn't question brazing it, but it goes right into the web. And besides that, one of the main bearings it's been shimmed already, so there's some block issues, some real block issues. Yeah. Well, did Steve leave us? Did he go to Gold Rush? I think he did. Need to put a V8 in that thing. No, I don't need any V8s. Yeah, so that block is no, he didn't. I see your comment, Steve. I just saw the deal was down to 1, and I know Mr. Toth is still on, so that left me one of 2. But that block has got a hydraulic pump, or provisions for a hydraulic pump for live power, and most of the straight C's didn't have that. And that is the deal breaker. You can find a lot of blocks out there, but you've either got to go with a Super C block or to find that cast number. And I had a good chat with Joel today on that, and he says, it's not that the parts aren't out there. He said it's the labor to the yards. They're so far, but the other yards are so far behind. He's actually got me on a parts locator nationwide. But yeah, he said he's had some replies back, and they can't get stuff apart. He's doing fine, but he just doesn't have on hand. But yeah, we'll find a block eventually, or we'll fix it. One of the two. You know what I need to do though? Oh, lots of yeah. Well, the yards, that's just plain labor. I heard yesterday that tires are going to get hard to get. So, actually, you know what? I got it right here. So, you guys probably are going to think that I'm nuts. Right here, another brand new one in the garage. This one here was the last, and I got to look what size it is. It's 11/2/36, and that's actually for the C. So that was the last matched pair that I could get. Am I going to paint it? Yeah, that C is, don't get me wrong, it's going to get used on the farm, but yeah, it's going to get a parade type paint job. I plan on doing it myself, but yeah, there's too much red missing, and I got a feeling I'm going to have red that isn't matching. And I'm not real particular on paint, but when you got something that's kind of useless other than going to a parade, and it's kind of useless to me. About the only thing it could run is an empty auger. Like when you're seed cleaning or something like that. I can't put it on an auger to bin anything. But yeah, maybe I should go get some tires for my pickup. 2 of them. I got 2 brand new ones on my other pickup. Maybe I should change the other 2 out too before things get too serious. But that's a trouble when we rely on foreign countries to supply us. I mean, it's just something happens and things get backed up. So, Steve, do you know what a M Farmall is? Nothing. Too much gold rush going on. Yes. Okay, Steve, this is an M Farmall. And I'll have you guys guess why I just showed that. No, I know I owe Mr. Toth there a hat, and it is coming, but I think I'm going to do the same thing again this month. Only thing it's going to be find this one right here. I think, yeah, he does. He's got 2 of them. So, yeah, and rules are going to be much the same again. Got to be a subscriber. Send an email. Don't comment. If more than one person finds it, hopefully lots of people find it. We'll do a drawing out of a hat. I told you it was like, where's Waldo? I did enjoy your emails on that, and man, I really kicked myself in the hind end. You give me the time and everything, and the email. I about rolled over laughing when I was going through notes. About died. Where's Waldo? But yeah. You think you can find that red one, Steve? This video won't count, by the way. And we'll do another one end of October. Ooh. See, you got a chance, Steve, now. You got a chance. See, Steve can cheat. He doesn't have to email me. He can just show me that he saw it. See, that's the trouble. My rules are pretty simple, and there isn't that many of them. Although it would be kind of funny. Probably the only red on the... Oh, come on, Steve. I got some red. It ain't a lot, but there is some red. Actually, there's red right behind me. There you go. I got 2 of them now. I got 2 of them little heroes. We're going to really clean grain next year. Should stand out like it's... Well, what if I hide it in one of my international grain drills? International red and international red. Yeah, This one here, and I think Mr. Toth will even say that too. I think he'll say that was pretty cleverly hid right out in the open. Yeah. It was, if you watched the video, you watched it a long time. I did zoom in on it, and I think you could see almost 2/3 of it. But I knew where to look. That was well, it's got to be a little bit sneaky, You got to be. Otherwise, I'd get too dang many emails. I mean, I can only handle like 7 a month, right? Something like that. 8 maybe. No, that's a joke there. Yeah. Well, I'm kind of surprised. I thought we'd get the better hire a secretary. I don't know about a secretary. That sounds expensive. Steve, you gotta figure out how to get that from your little pad there over to the TV screen, because yeah, that was you'll see it definitely on a TV screen. It sticks. The bigger screen you got, the more it sticks out. I know if you knew where it was on a phone, you could see it, but yeah, yeah, it was tricky. The spot that was spotted. Yeah, phone's pretty small, or pretty small picture. Gold Rush's TV. I don't know, Steve. I think you need to go get yourself a bulldozer and just start edging in on the side of Pine Lake or something. Get a little sluice going. See how many people question you. Oh. I was kind of hoping a few more people would show up on a Friday night. If you go over to the subscriber section, yep. There's a few more people on Friday. Oh, don't say that, Steve. There's gold here somewhere. Just got to find it. It's not California, though. No, I think up Superior way they actually do some. Is there any? I do not know. I have actually been outside all day. It's been raining all day, and I've been outside all day. They're watching. All right, Steve, if you got to go watch your Gold Rush, you don't have to watch this. It's okay. I won't be offended. I appreciate the views, but yeah. Oh. Trying to think, who was the guy that worked for Hoffman's that started his own show? Didn't that one flop? I think so. Yeah, college football though, that's about all I used to watch for a while there. I got so sick of the NFL that I mean, they were all turned into a bunch of crybabies there for a number of years. First snow. Oh, don't be saying that. I still got beans to cut. We normally have snow by November. That's fine. Just giving a hard time. Oh, I know you are, Steve. I had to give you a bit of a hard time too. But yeah, it's only as of late that Novembers haven't been real snowy around here. God, I remember deer hunting as a kid. There, you always had snow. Might not have been very deep, but there was always snow. Yep, that Turin fella, and he is still going. See, Steve, you are missing out. All right, here's the there he is. There's your troublemaker. He got too close. Yeah, beans and snow do not mix. They don't. Actually, I don't know what it is about snow, and I don't think it's the actual snow, but I think it's more the freeze and the moisture, but they seem to shell out rather quickly after a snow. You normally don't get much in the combine after the snow. Kitty, the other white meat. Well, Steve, if you decide to eat that one, I mean, I'm not going to stop you, but you are going to have to explain to 3 little girls where their cat is at. I get a kick out of that. I think that'd actually be kind of interesting. Even the one that doesn't like the cat would probably get pretty going. Boy, I'm kind of surprised. We have not had many show up tonight. Not at all. Kind of appreciate the few that did. I think we had 3 of them up, 3 or 4 up for a little while. But no. Cat doesn't sound as delicious no more. I enjoy them and tell others to watch it. Well, I appreciate that. And the channel is starting to I'm not going to say take off, but it is starting to noticeably grow. I did not start looking into my coops any more than just kind of seeing what I've got to do to get it done. And to be honest with you, I have to plant grass closer to the house in order to get that chicken project or possible chicken project going. But it's definitely something I'm tabling. Not that I absolutely love chickens, but I can see there's a void or an opportunity. Would you two stop? The cats. I don't know if you can hear them or not, but that's all cats. They think they're funny. They make a bunch of noise and then look at me. Well, do either of you guys have anything real hot and pressing, questioning, or suggesting? Chicken and bean ranch and kittens. uh, and kittens or kitties. Well, that's the kids' deal there, the kitties. But I do think I don't know of anyone that does farm fresh chicken around here, so other than the Amish. And yeah, I don't think the Amish are that hot and heavy into it either. Not here. Not much to do. Well, Steve, there was a lot to do today. It was all stuff I know you didn't want to do. See, we do. I haven't put it on the video. It's kind of the kids' project, but they've got half a dozen hens for eggs. They're it's a good it's good for them to kind of learn. You know what I mean? And it's kind of their project, and yeah, the chickens stay alive on account of the kids. So some days are better with them than others, and but yeah, six chickens really isn't. We may have something what we started doing. You're doing bees. So now here's a serious question for you. How are the mites on your bees? Or are you still learning that? Tell them I need eggs. Steve, when I get a regular course of breakfast eggs, I'm going to be happy. Oh, I will. When I get regular eggs in the morning, I'm going to be pretty happy. I know that's just the thing you want to do, eat the kids' project, but okay, see, I don't know nothing about the hive beetles, but so I do have bees on the place, and maybe I should zip by them someday. Well, I tell you what I might do when I combine this place, I'll have to mention them. They do. So I don't do my own beeves, but there is a pretty it's a sizable setup that they've brought out, and it's a bee tender that or beekeeper that does Minnesota and I think it's California almonds is what he does, and he trucks them back and forth, you know, depending on the season. And yeah, I talk to him just about once a week. I normally see him swing through, and I know sometimes he's here every other day. And I don't know how many hives he's got out there, but yeah, he's been having a lot of mite problems this year. And not that every hive is bad. He said the ones on my place here are pretty good. Hey Ed, it's a good thing you came. I was about to close out. Just got a second to stop in and say hi and hit the. Well, thank you, Ed. Thank you, and Ed, I do apologize on them comment things. You and Richard both, and you both. Well, I talked to you both on them a little bit. From Dent. No, it's I think it's Hoffman Apiaries, but I could be wrong. It's not Sonnenberg. I know it's not Sonnenberg. And I think they're from Richville. I could be wrong on that too. They might be. I don't know exactly where they're from. That area I know. Richville, Dent area. I don't know. I had I had a bee, or there was a beekeeper that had been here almost all of my life, and something happened to his bees in California, and the new bee guy just came in, I think last year. But yeah, the old bee fella, he had a pile of hives die out. Joe Dingle tried to get caught up on the. Yeah, I know. I don't know what YouTube's deal is right now. There has been a lot more, I'm gonna say, goofy stuff come to fruition. Yeah. And he sold out last year. So the bee guy I have, all I know is his dad has been doing it a long time. They're too busy. and that could be between that and copyrights. Man, I couldn't believe it. The other day I had a copyright, and I went through the video about 4 times, and I still have no idea what they were talking about. It wasn't music, it wasn't radio, it was just me. I ended up reloading the whole video and finally went through without a copyright claim, and I didn't do a dang thing to it. But yeah, no music in it whatsoever. Not even a hint of radio. And I know radio hints on every once in a while. But yeah, I know the guys that run bees here though. They've been at it quite a while. His dad, started. I can't remember the name of theirs. If their truck was here in the yard, I'd rattle it off to you. But I know I used to have Venice apiaries in here. Yep. Well, Ed, I've asked everyone else, how's the weather out your way today? I saw you had some rain. I don't catch all your videos, but I try to catch you when I can. Yeah. 70 and sunny. And I haven't been able to turn the key on a combine in over 24 hours now. It started sprinkling and never stopped. It's not, I wouldn't call it a hard rain, but it's just, I've worked out in it just about all day, and it's just wet. I don't think we're going to get 2/10 out of the whole ordeal. But hey Ed, do you ever do? I know you do the sunrises. Do you ever do sunsets? I'm sure you have, but I just I've only watched so many of your videos. I do kind of like that, and I don't know if it's up or not, but I copied you for a second. We need all we can get. If that's on the rain, yeah, Steve, you're right. This morning it wasn't like sunny out, but it wasn't raining, and whatever we did get over the night had soaked in and dissipated, and it definitely wasn't any mud. Yep, and I can understand that one, Ed. And I do realize the up before sunrise for the cattle, and I suppose the irrigation gets you up in the morning, or gets you going there too. The one I hate is wintertime. If you work a normal job, you go to work in the dark and you come home in the dark, and you only miss it by 5 minutes both ways. Oh man, I gotta wash that cup out. That's got too much coffee taste to that water. Yep. I suppose it gets that about the same out your way too, doesn't it? About 4:30 the sun goes down, and about 8:30 it comes up in the slow day or the short days of winter. Yeah. Just getting broke in. Steve, what's just getting broke in? I missed something there. I missed something. Well, got a scoot. Thanks for live. Thank you, Ed. Thanks for joining. Oh, coffee cup. Yep. Yeah. Have a good one, Ed. Enjoy your videos. Catch you when I can. Try to leave a comment here and there. Good luck with that 4010. Yeah, the coffee cup. That one's made lots of miles with me, to be honest with you. I've had this one for about, I bought that when I was working with H&P. And that would have been 4 or 5 years ago now. I'd have to look at my little book. Just rinse and fill. Thanks. Oh man, so I can't just rinse and fill. I do know what you're saying there though. But yeah, when they get left in a tractor cab and you come back to them and you find them after a week, they definitely need a good washout. I'm picky, but so this one here, I don't know if you can. Arrowwood Prairie Co-op. So that's from. You don't have to be clean, but I do like the taste of coffee. Yep, I agree with you. I agree with you all completely. But anyways, this one. So that co-op is the halfway point between my home here and the North Dakota oil fields, and I'd always just get fuel there. I knew I could always make it there, and I knew I could always get back. Hey, Phil. Yes, we did. Dave's is done. Where'd you come from, Phil? You just kind of snuck in there. Hope you're feeling a little better, Phil. Yep, that's all I'm going to say on that. But yeah, this little mug here, that was the fuel stop, and I stopped enough times where they said, yeah, fill out the account application, and you you can get your coffee discount. Just snuck in. I'm good now. Well, that's good to hear, Phil. Yeah, and let's see, what did I say here, Phil? We actually made it over to Radetzky's. We got Dave's done, and we're over to Radetzky's. But yesterday I got around Radetzky's once and down the headland and back on Leo's driveway there, and on Highway 2, no. So this would be Carrington, North Dakota. I avoided Highway 2 at all costs. There are some places where the state and county officials are, well, I'll just put it this way. I've never gotten a speeding ticket for failure to yield for going 65 and a 70. I've never heard of that. But he says, yeah, I had to step on my brake. So I avoided too. Steve, go watch your Gold Rush. Go watch your Gold Rush. No, it's starting to liven up now. Now we're into it. We're getting viewers again. Yeah. Well, Phil, what's weather like over your way? You missed the cats, by the way. Oh, almost done. No. No, I just started, and the rain came. I had to fold up and get to the shed, and I had to pull an auger in the drizzle. So yeah, we didn't get crap done. It's pretty slow. Well, I shouldn't say. Yeah, it was slow. There's enough ragweed there. It was slow going and just barely got going. Finally got some boxes out there today. Raining. Well, I probably won't be cutting for. Well, tomorrow I probably won't be doing a dang thing as far as combine. Trying to think what I do have on the plate. I'll probably work on that Moline disc. I got the parts. I'm tripping over them, and I want them out of the way. 9600. That's all up and good to go. 8600 is good to go. 4010 is good to go. 602 is good to go. Rain tomorrow again. Geez, I mean, how much moisture can these beans suck up? I don't want to be combining mush. No, I tell you what, I don't mind having a bit of rain. I do have some moldboard work to do, and that's only gonna save my plowshares. My boy, I'm drawing blanks tonight. I must have had a too busy of a week, but landsides, yeah, wear pads. Next week would be good. Well, good. I I hope we get some acres done. I know, for the next 45 acres or so, it's going to be a real painful ordeal. Um, I had about, what would this be, about 110 acres that that just didn't go real great. Ragweed had been a fight on that field, on one of the fields, all summer long, and the other one was the start of this rain. I had a clean field, and there was just a couple sprigs of grass in there, and that foxtail just bloomed. And man, I've never seen a clean field go to shit so quick. Not enough coffee. Well, I've had enough coffee today. I put some miles on today. I had to go get some. I had to go get a new set of wedges for the 4010. I backed it up to the flare box to set the rotary screen up today or yesterday, and I clicked her down into reverse and just sat there while the keyway tore out of the wedge. And yeah, that's the whole revisiting. That got revisited today. I was happy I could find a set of used wedges locally or semi-locally. But yeah, that was a dang busy morning anyway. The afternoon wasn't so bad, but found out they had a couple or they had a part number change on them wedges, and if you get the, I think they can go one way but not the other way between the center and the axle or something like that. And he said, I want the old wedges either way. That way they're right. And yeah. Did I see you in town yesterday? Let's see, yesterday. I was not in town yesterday. I was in Wadena yesterday and I was in Fergus Falls yesterday, but I was not in Mills. And you wouldn't recognize me either way because I wasn't in my own vehicle. Okay. You might have seen me today, though. I zipped through real quick. I didn't stop, but I zipped through and went to Earhart today to Kugler's, go get some parts for those wedges. Yeah, it's been every day I've had to go for something, mainly belts, but that pigeon grass was real hard on belts. Matter of fact, I bought Wadena out of belts. I bought RDO out of belts. My next stop, I think, is I think they said there was a set in Moorhead, but we're out of that situation, so that shouldn't be a deal. Hey, Richard, how you doing? I don't know why Richard there, but that comment still hasn't. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of goofed. Yeah. How's the weather down your way, Richard? Doing good, doing good. Yeah, we're not too bad here either. Come at just the right time, maybe. Oh, we do have 4. How's your corn chopping going there, Richard? We gained another one too. Been clear for a while, cooled off. A lot of rain coming Sunday. Full. So it's raining here, Richard. We were in the field yesterday with the combine cutting some beans, but started sprinkling, I would say, about 5 o'clock, and it hasn't really stopped. It's one of them rains, where it just stays wet but never amounts to nothing in the gauge. Got yours top, got Dad's. You're getting popular. I was always a popular fella, Steve. No, I just got to figure out how to get. I don't know if I got to. I don't know what I got to do to get it out there a little bit, but they'll pick up. They'll pick up. The longer I do this, the better they'll get. And that chopper really never has given you too much issue since you really got it going, has it? Been pretty good, hasn't it? From what I gathered. Dang cat. I might have to give that cat to Steve. Not this year yet. Well, that's always just, if you're going to run steel, you're going to break steel. And, that's all it's to it. All you can do is hope you get as much time out of it as you can. You're going to. No. Well, I like that. Yeah, something's going to break somewhere, but yeah. It's always good to have a little bit of luck going with you too, though, isn't it? Kind of jealousy. I wished we'd have had a chopper like that when we had the dairy going. That would have made we'd have had to have real chopper boxes then. All we ever had was I think it was a 718 New Holland, and I think we had 3 or 4 of them Gaydon boxes. Why am I not using the grain cart this year? I don't have enough tractors, Phil. That's why. I'll probably pull that cart out for corn once the bins are full. But yeah, I need my horsepower to run, or I need 8,600. Well, actually, the 8,600 has pulled more boxes to the auger this year than ever before. Was it today or yesterday? I finally got my studs in for the duals on the 9,600. We had a couple snap, and yeah, we got it last year. Used 717 for years and years and years. Well, I know those 717, 718, and I think they made a 716 as well. I know they made thousands and thousands of them. I know they cut many tons, many tons. But yeah, that's that TW and that 46. That's why we don't have a cart out this year. And then beans, it's not too hard to keep up to beans with just running gravity boxes. We got Dad's been keeping that J&M and them 2 Demco boxes running pretty steady. I've got the other 3 smaller ones, and I don't think I filled. I think I filled one of them once. And I think I ended up unloading that one myself. But yeah, that we're back to the same situation as last year. It's all going through a cleaner. So, dang pigeon grass. So I was kind of surprised, Richard. Didn't see your 9600 in any of your corn videos. I could have missed it too. I was editing the last one that I was watching of yours. I was in between finishing clips up, or I don't know what you call it, rendering clips, and so I'd watch you for a little bit, and then I'd go click on the next, and then watch you for a bit. And I never did see the 9600. Did you use that at all for chopping corn, or was it just the dump truck? Oh, she's getting kind of quiet now. Yeah, we're using it. It was in my first video. Okay. Yeah, I watch you, Richard, but I'll be honest with you, I don't get every video you put up. I know when you got a few days in between them, I do better than when they're a little closer together. But and then this last week, I've been real busy, so yeah, just with the start of bean harvest, it's just been, well, you know how it is when you get going. Just been today that's really been slow, and today wasn't that slow. Finally, give me a chance to get half of my running for stuff done. That's non-emergency. That's essential, but non-emergency. Yeah. Well, I'll be honest with you, Richard. I've been starting my day as soon as the kids hop on the bus. I've been going till about 10 o'clock at night, and not saying I've been getting much done, but yeah, been trying to get soybeans to get started. Been taking the tough acres out. Had some weeds get out of, well, yeah, they're out of control. If they're trouble for the combine, they're out of control. And I didn't see the one field coming at all, and the other one I knew about it all summer long. It's just I couldn't get the right chemical in time. Found a substitute, and that set it back. But yeah. Man, I can't believe how fast that foxtail came, though. We had a little bit of rain coming, and I had that pretty clean field, and that one field pretty clean, and that foxtail just exploded. Okay, so today, well, every day that I've been in the field, I've had to run to a dealership for a belt, and just an odd size belt. You're not going to find it. Well, I'll put it this way: I got that small repair shop, and I've got a lot of the common ag belts, and lots of beans here, still green. So yeah, there's some green beans here too. But when I've been running here and there, there is some corn being taken out, but most guys are cutting beans. Some of them are fully matured. Some of them are matured, and I'm going to say just the odd green stem. And then there are guys, and I'm one of them. I have some acres, not all of them, but I've got some acres that they're dropping leaves, but they're green. The field is green. But then again, I've got like on Dave's there, that was I'd say 98% good, and what was green was yeah, it was weird. It was just the odd plant here and there, and I can't tell you why it was, but the pods themselves are already starting to open up a little bit. Auto shell. It's been the nice thing. It's been separating pretty good. The only hulls I got in the tank are from green beans. They've been shelling real well. But trying to think here. My home place here, there are still the green stems are too countable to take a combine to, but I've got a few acres to cut before I get there. So, and they are maturing, so we'll get there. I kind of got a feeling though that I'm gonna end up taking the M2 Gleaner more out of retirement, and I'm probably gonna end up putting a corn head on it, and I'll probably be, maybe taking a touch of corn. I don't know. I gotta go sample it yet, but that'll all come when I run out of acres that I can cut. Or go sample and see what's what, and maybe it's too wet yet. I don't know. How'd you guys like that corn video that I did? Where I drove around and I wouldn't say field scouted, but I pulled a few ears and shelled it out, and it had to have been a little different than what some people see. Yeah, pretty good. So Phil, I don't know if you watched that one or not, but if you did, that was Emel's corn sheller, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it was Grandpa's. It was good. Yeah, good. I don't think you know who Emil was either. He'd be my grandpa's dad. The one that came from Germany. Yeah, he was gone. Oh, Dad wasn't real. Oh, Dad was growing up, but he wasn't real old. No, that's been a long time ago. And great grandma moved to Parker's Prairie. I mean, that was long time ago. Oh, I got a kick out of that one, Phil. So I know you've stumbled over it. Because I have. It's been in the way one too many times in the calf barn there. Yeah. But I bet you never knew it worked yet. I'll have to enlighten you all on the big fix that I did make. It takes a round leather belt for the fan, and I don't know if anyone knows where to find them nowadays, but I sure as heck don't know where you find a round leather belt. I suppose if you found a corded belt, that would be fine too, but it'd have to be like round. I'll have to do that next time I go check corn moistures. I'll show you guys in on that a little more, even if it is a real short video. It's all right to put a short one in once in a while too. Okay, Steve, but you're gonna do the cranking. We'll shell every acre. I'll let you do the cranking. That thing cranks harder than you think it does. I mean it was made to speed the job up, but I tell you what, I only want to crank about a dozen ears through it, and that's enough for me. What I should do is I should get that old Moline sheller up and running though one of these years. I got to get Doug that far back in the shed though. I am supervisor. Yeah, supervisor. That they all go in that hole the right way. I'll just keep picking them with a picker. I'll go buy a picker if you'll shell. Well, I guarantee you, someone shelled lots of corn with that at some point. I couldn't tell you exactly who, but yeah. I'm just going through comments here, trying to make sure I didn't skip over too much. Well, first you got to bucket it from underneath, and then you can bag it. Now, well, we could park you beside a gravity box, and you just toss a bucket in the box, and we'll let the auger take it up to the bin. Or we could have you shell right into an auger. That'd be interesting. Well, anybody else got anything to add much here? Been at this an hour and a half now. I guess I'm not saying we got to end it or not, but got me thinking. You know, we could make that. Great job. Keep them coming. Oh yeah, we'll keep them coming. We'll keep them coming. But not trying to push anyone out or whatever, but kind of looking forward to an early night, if you know what I mean. Maybe not super early. It's only 8:30, but Yeah, that whole start of soybean harvest has been a lot of running. So, but then again, if it's raining tomorrow, I can have a slower day tomorrow too. That's all right too. I think one year we had. This was when I was running the old gleaners. I think we had 9 days of really good harvesting in a row. 9:30 here. Oh, now we're getting the time thing going. All right, let's read them out. What time is it, everyone? I think they did that on yours, didn't they? I'm hunting in the morning, depending, so I'll probably stop over. Yep, we'll see you in the morning when we see you, Phil. That'd be great. That would be great. Nice thing is tomorrow I don't have a lot horribly pressing. I do got to run to Midwest for a spare set of belts, but other than that, I should be around. Well, I guess I got to go to Bearings and More and bring a set of belts back. Deere, yeah, Midwest John Deere. Or are you talking to Phil? I don't know. Yeah, he'll be hunting deer. I guarantee you that. It's good. Someone's got to take them. Now, don't get me wrong. I enjoy seeing deer too, but we got plenty around. Actually, Steve, you should have looked on Radetsky's there. They had they had some of them soybeans. They had the stems were about as big around as my pinky, and they were just so the cutter would cut them. They they weren't even tall enough for the fingers to rake them into the auger on the head. And yeah, that was field edge 25 feet, all of it, and they just slowly into the field gets taller. But I couldn't believe how they had them nipped down. I just know Steve knows where that field is. Oh, anyone else got much? I think I'm going to give it a minute here, and if no one's got anything too exciting, I think guy hunting that doesn't. Yeah, I know, Steve. I know. Yep, I know that situation there. Yep, yep. True Blue. When are you fixing the TW20? As soon as I can get it in there. So I got another shop, and the space is open for it, but right now soybeans are more of a priority than that tractor. That tractor is going to be very priority to have up and running well by spring, but I don't do a lot of fall tillage, and if I did, I'd be working till midnight to get that thing going right now. But it's just it's coming. It's coming soon, and it's coming soon because I've got that and my 46 to work on. So, but yeah, it's coming soon. I don't know if it'll be between beans here sometime we start, but I did start. I pulled 2 weights off to put them back on, and I realized I couldn't move it real easily with what I had here at the time, so I abandoned it for the day. Just had other irons going, so. But it's coming. It's coming. It's going to be it will be a full engine rebuild. Exactly what the depths of that are going to be as far as new parts, I don't know. Obviously, you learn a lot more once you've got it tore apart. But yeah. Anyways, True Blue, welcome. I haven't seen you comment yet. Welcome to the show. Do you know what happened to the motor? So, yes and no. So it's been thinking about a TW20. I know where one is. I tell you what, Richard, when I had mine, I still got it, but when I had it up and running, I really liked that tractor. The only thing I didn't like about it is I've got the European edition, and they block out road gear on that, and so it is. It's like running any Ford down the road in 7th gear. I mean, they only go so fast. But anyways, back to that TW. So when I bought it, it had someone put an aftermarket oil pressure gauge on the side, and not that it had super poor oil pressure. I always thought it was a little low off the get-go. And I think between that and it was a hot day when I was moldboard plowing with it, and I think between it being a touch warm and a touch low oil pressure, I think it just oil issue. I really got a feeling that I had a bearing that was just a little too far out of clearance, and I kind of wonder if it didn't stack and jam, because it when it stopped on me, it was a matter of I heard one rattle and put my foot down to the clutch and started pulling the fuel back, and it was done before I got that done. And you know how long that takes. It doesn't take long at all. But I will know exactly what happened to that as soon as that comes apart. That might be a little bit of a mixed video though, because I'm thinking of pulling the engine, then stopping. I've got another TW block. I'm thinking about bolting it up. I'm thinking about throwing that block in there, putting the front end back on it, and out the door. That way I can get my 46 in too. So that might be kind of jumbled, but it is to come. And yeah, we are going to save it. We're not going to part it. I like that tractor way too much to even think about parting it. Thing is, I know the back end is fairly solid, and actually it's got some PTO work to do on that too, so we will have a good peek in at the transmission too. Probably won't get a good look at the rear end, but from what we saw, swapping them axles, the rear end shouldn't be too bad. Got a dang scab on my ear that just itches like crazy. Hey Richard, what do they got on that TW for a price, or do you just know that it's kind of available? Yeah, if that's in any shape at all, that's not a bad price on it. I mean, I don't know how you guys are doing down there for cash flow. I know up here with the drought might be a bit of a pill to swallow, but that's not. I'd definitely be looking at it seriously if if I knew. Is that front wheel deal or is that two wheel? Never have any. Well, who does? I mean, yeah, that's what I'm asking there is this two wheel drive or mechanical front two wheel. Well, I don't know. So I've been looking around and the two wheels are running more than the MFWDs right now were, you know, say a year ago. But 1200, that's not, or 1200, 12,000, that's not, if it's in decent shape, that's not a bad deal. I did see a 9,000 posted on Craigslist the other night, and they wanted what was that? I can't remember what the exact deal was, but it wasn't far off of 10,000 for a 9,000, and you could tell that it needed front end work just from the pictures. You know, those for the life of me, I can't think of what the bearings are, what they call them. Those thrust bearings that hold your underneath your spindles or between your spindle and your, yeah, them thrust ones there. They were out both sides. You know, looked like that 3 point. The loose end on your rock shaft that looked to be angled. So I don't know. St. Cloud 60% yields, so we have to keep watch on our budget. Yep, I believe you 100% there. Is that where you're from, True Blue? Is St. Cloud or St. Cloud area? If so, we're only about hour and a half ish apart. And Dad was our local track and said they have an 8,165, and he said it had a blower on it. Blower? Are you talking turbo there, Heisinger, Richard? Yep. Yep. Um, yeah, actually, if I found an 8,000 with a turbo for 65, I would really have to really be thinking, if it was in any shape at all, you just don't find them every day anymore. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of them out there, but people just seem to hold on to them. And I wouldn't mind having something that you knew was going to start and run. Um, for when you do have a bit of poor luck. Tell you what, I've done well that 8600 of ours. I mean, I know it's been just a lot of odd piddly jobs, but and I really haven't videoed any of it. But I've actually used that dang 8600 more in the last month than anything. Well, that and the 602. I tell you what, that 602 Moline, boy, has that been a handy little rig. I never thought I'd say that about a smaller Moline, but that's been handy. Yeah, well, True Blue. So our wheat up here, mine went 22 bushels to the acre. Um, I've got some beans on real good ground, and I've got real numbers on them. They were just short of 30 bushel to the acre. Granted, that was probably the best bean ground I've got this year. I might have one or other field that may or may not rival that, but I'm going to say that the rest of my bean ground is probably in that 25 mark. I'm pretty used to about a 45, 50 bushel bean average, somewhere in there. Um, I know my corn, and I know there's a big difference in ground between St. Cloud area and here. I know it's only an hour and a half, but you only got to drive 30 miles, and it's a whole different deal. And it does get better. The ground gets better your way, and so does the moisture on a general average year. But I don't know if corn's going to make 100 bushel or not. True Blue, have you tried price any inputs for next year, or don't you farm? I checked your channel or your. I can't remember if you got videos up or not. I've I know I've looked at your channel, but I can't remember. 33 on beans. Yeah, see, my trouble with beans is I got more beans on sand than I got on heavier ground this year. I'd be willing to bet Dad's place will be 30 or 30 plus. I know there's places or there's spots on his that are only going to go 10, but I know he's got other spots that are than better than 35. Definitely not what we're used to. I can guarantee you that much. You guys you guys do much corn or or what's okay. Price will make you accept seed is stable. So yeah, I already talked a little bit about to one of the guys I buy seed from, and I haven't wrote the check yet, but I have booked some, and it was up, but not by a terrible amount. Um, he was saying that there may or may not be a jump come by spring. Depends on a lot of other things. 50-50. What do you think your corn's going to run? I just did some walking the field and, multiplying by, I did the math, and we all know that isn't 100%, but I was kind of guessing that my corn should be between 85 and 100. It was looking better earlier than it is now. And we are dry land, so around here, if you can average 140 an acre, you're not doing bad at all. I mean, you're in the top, the top 25% of producers around here. I know there are some guys that are getting better yields than that, but as a running average, 140. Oh, you're going to get 140 corn or projected? You're in a lot better shape than we are up here then. What's your going average? If you don't mind me asking. I know somewhere down, I don't know how much further south than south of you got to go, but I think like southern Minnesota, I don't think they're real far off at 200. I know we don't have the heat units for it up here. One of the things I kind of like about this whole live thing is yeah, 190. That's doing good. I wished I could meet somewhere in the middle between 190 and my running average right now. I'd be smiling ear to ear. I would be real thrilled if I could get in that 160, 70 area. That would be just, I know you can get it, but it's not something I've been able to touch. I did get 160 off a very small acreage once, but I got to run. Yep. Thanks for joining us, Toth. I got to get with you. Be looking for an email from me. I got to get with you. So yeah, just keep an eye on your email. But enjoy and have a good one. Thanks for watching. Okay, we'll see you. We'll see you around, Steve. Thanks for coming. Yep, 2 hours is a pretty good spell. You both have been on here the whole while. Got too popular an hour in. No, I wouldn't say too popular. I'm pretty modest, but the comment was made earlier. Dang, cat's trying to get in the video too now again. Best we ever did was 240 in 1 year. Haven't been close since. Man, I wouldn't know what to do with 240 bushel corn. I wouldn't know what to do. Well, I know what I'd do, but that would just that would just wreck my world just the way I'm set up. I don't have near enough bin space for that. Wished I had a calculator in front of me. I'm trying to think here real quick. Every 10 acres would be 2,400, 24,000. You've already exceeded my bin limit, or you've already exceeded my storage on 100 acres. I'm not that big of a guy. I did put up about that last year though. Over the farm total. Not quite there, but comparable. But that was, yeah. We had good yields last year, and I want to say I had 180 acres last year. Corn. But yeah, I've got a pretty, or until this year, I've had a pretty good about 140 average, 145. It's been slowly improving, and a lot of that has to do with the benefits of no-till after 5 years are really starting to show, and that yeah, that's kind of what it is. 150 bushel corn is achievable, but you really got to feed the crap out of it conventionally around here. I mean, it's achievable, but well, we can hold around 33. Yeah, what do I got? I just added 2,000 this year. So I must be 20. I'm either 23 or 24,000 that I can hold. And I think I took 12 trucks to town during harvest last year. But like I say, last year was a above average year for me anyway. You used to do more grain than you do now. Yeah. Yeah, and the combine's all I run anymore. I know I put up a little hay, but the hay videos I did put up, I'm really limited on acreage. You've seen every acre of grass I've had, at one point or the other in those videos. Got a total of 15 acres. And what it is, it's it's ground that's hard to go over with a sprayer. I used to row crop it all or drill it all, and it just got to be too much of a hassle to get properly sprayed that I just said, no, we're gonna just farm it with grass. Well, tell you what, we've got a completely different crowd in here than what we started with. So I think I'm going to redo something on this one. Last month I did Find the Fordson. This month it's going to be Find the M. That's what it is. It's one of my, it's not collectible, but it's one of the things that I collect. And she'll be in a couple videos if you spot it. I kind of got these rules. If you spot it, in order to, and what I'm gonna do is put out a hat end of the month, and in order to be eligible to do it, you got to be a subscriber. Send an email with the time that you saw it on and the video you seen it in. Do not comment, and yeah, we'll give away another hat end of the month. And there you go, if you can spot it. So last month, that one was spotted. And yeah, if you guys caught that live, you'd know what that was all about. Just it'll be hidden. Well, it won't be hidden, but it'll be in a video. You know, it won't be the center of anything. It's just if you see it, send me an email. Let me know, and we'll give a hat away. Richard, you've been working on that the new combine you picked up, or not new one, but new to you combine? I think that was a 44, right? One mosquito in the shop or in the garage here. Haven't had time, but you need to. No, I was just kind of curious. I got the pleasure of so I got a small repair shop, and I got 4400. I got the privilege of working on a 4420 the other day, water pump, and man, that water pump was sure crammed in there. I mean, you'd thought for as much space as there was, that pump would come out pretty easy, but it wasn't a big deal, but yeah, had that joy and luxury. But yeah, found out can't get a reman pump for 4420, and I'd guess you'd be the same. You can get the parts kit, but yeah, had a seal go out on one. Pretty much, yeah, yep. I know they're very. I don't know what the differences are. I'm not real familiar with a lot of John Deere combines. I'm getting to know my way around that 9500 that I've got, but I wouldn't say I'm an expert on that one either. But I've had a lot of time on a Gleaner, a lot of time, both wrench and operating. That's been what I've worked with most of my life. Well, I shouldn't say most of my life. I can remember when Grandpa owned the combines and Dad owned the forage equipment, and Grandpa's combines were like sea gleaners. I'll trade you. Oh man, Richard, if you'd have known the miles I put on this week, in 3 days, I was able to cut a whole 72 acres, and I had good going as far as weather. That thing was eating the beater belts, but what I had was foxtail or pigeon grass that we got a bit of rain, and there wasn't much there in the field, a month ago, and it got in there and it made it some real tough combining conditions. And I'm actually surprised I could go through it and I didn't have to take a sprayer in there and kill it out. I was really surprised. It pulled it through, but pulled it through at the expense of a lot of belts, and it would just jam that hard. Matter of fact, how big was the head? It's 925. It's nothing fancy, and through some of that, I could only cut. The combine could only handle where it was as tall as the beans. I could only take 3 rows at a time, 3 rows at 30 inches. And I never did get above 2 mile an hour. Yeah, you'll see some. I think it's the second I've got. Yeah, it should be up the second. I'll have that up and formatted. But I did start a video on the soybean harvest. First 2 days, so you'll get a good peek at it. Don't have a fancy drone like you got though, so I won't have any of those kind of neat things. But well, who else joined the crowd? I see we gained some numbers. Who's out there? Gained another one. Now who just joined? The drone I have, I like it. It was not that high. What'd you have to give for that, Richard? That actually, I've watched a couple of your videos in HD, and it actually looked pretty decent footage. I'm not super serious on one yet, but I was kind of looking at getting one just for the channel, come next spring. I got to find my tripod first before I get into spending too much. Dang, I lost that tripod, and I tell you what, that that's a big game changer. Hey, Jared, beans, they're going. They're going. I hope you don't need a beater belt for your combine though, so you're not gonna find one. I've bought them out. But yeah, they're going. 300 case, 2 batteries and charger, and folds. What make is that, Richard? How are your beans going, Jared? I know you've taken a fair few out. Bet you they're going to be a little tough tomorrow morning, though. Holly Stone, just 720E. I'm gonna have to remember that. And you like that one pretty well, then, yeah? They start green shelling out and lots of weeds. Well, Frank, if it means anything to you, I'm running all my beans through a cleaner. Just a rotary screen, but done good so far. Yeah, Richard, if you ever get to the point where you go, well, you like this or don't like this, let me know sometime. That, like I said, I'm kind of looking into one. Not real serious, not real hard at it, but I know a guy that's got one, or I don't know anyone that has one for what we're doing. So other than you, I mean, I know other people have them, but that I actually talk to. So I think you only got that not too long ago either, right? Well, Jared, I've got some acres that I can't go over yet. My home place here, that I can't even think about putting a combine in that. I'd have way too many green beans in there. They are starting to dock for it too. Late spring. Holy cow, 20 minutes. That's a pretty good deal. Some of them that I looked at only had like a 10-minute, like 10-minute they were falling out of the sky. That's not a bad deal. That's not bad at all. I'm really gonna have to. Matter of fact, I wished I had a pen on me. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go watch this video again. Write all that down. Or actually, no, I took that out of here. Yeah, I might. Holly Stone. I have to remember that. Yeah, 40 minutes. That's for me. That would be footage for yeah, way more than what I get out of a cab now. Yeah, I think the longest. Yeah, I don't know what longest video would be out of the cab. I know we're not as long as the Oliver 66 guy. Jared, you been in all your beans or? Went to corn, 16 to 22. Geez, I might have to go check mine again. Last I checked, I was high 20s for on the corn. I might have to go look though, because that's been we've had some good dry down weather up until yesterday. So I know I wonder if I'm not in them same numbers or close to them. Okay, say putting a corn head on a gleaner might be a realistic thing this year. just yeah, we're not running heads all over the place, or that way I'm not running heads all over the place. To jump boxes back and forth isn't too bad, but yeah, thanks, Richard. That would be appreciated. I mean, I'm not going to ask you to do it anytime soon or whatever, but yeah, that would be great. So, Jared, I went to Fergus yesterday, and there was a. You should have seen the dust coming out of that combine, and they were taking corn, the dust, but the leaves were as golden brown as any. But yeah, the stalks were all green, and it just looked really, really odd. Now I don't know what the deal there was either, and I couldn't tell you what they were running for variety of corn. I just know it looked like they should have been running it through a chopper instead of a combine. That's what I know. I didn't stop and talk to him or anything, so I don't know, but thought it looked pretty odd. But I know what you're saying there. Been a weird year. Been a weird year for sure. Things aren't normal, just as far as maturities. Yeah. Well, has anybody got anything to add or anything? Because man, we're going on 2 hours and well, we're not quite to 2 hours and 15 minutes, but yeah, we're getting there. Ran beans through quick, clean, and leg screen got us. Ran air on the bend. Yeah, so I first started. I wasn't. I was just bending them straight up, and then what the heck happened? Oh, I broke that belt, and I was waiting for the phone call back, and I said, "Well, I'm gonna go in that bin, just see what's actually in there." And I started shoveling, and yeah, right where the auger dropped, and thankfully I wasn't a full ring up yet. I mean, the heap was higher, but flat. I wasn't a full ring up yet. I shoveled that whole center down to about 2 feet, and man, there was a lot of yeah. It had to go, otherwise I know for sure that air wouldn't have gotten through there. So I set up a screen, just that rotary screen, and I wished I had a quick clean. It'd go through a lot quicker, but yeah, until I get into my better beans, it's just the way it's going to be. Thankfully, I should be down to about that 1,200 bushel or so to run through there, and then I should have pretty good sailing. I've been taking the weedy ground out. Well, I think I'm gonna call it here. I can hear the kids in the background screaming at each other, so I think I might have to go take care of that. But I think I'm going to thank everyone for showing that did and commenting that did. And if you didn't comment, thanks for showing up anyways. But yeah, I think I got to sort the little ones out. Just as people are gaining here. Who did just join in? The kids went quiet, and I think they were just picking on each other a bit. Yeah, well, I think we're gonna call it though, and we'll see you later, Richard. And I was just kind of giving it a minute here to anyone else that wanted to say something real quick, and but I think I'm done on this one. Well, Jared, I'm sure we'll see you around country somewhere. I don't know who else is on, but anyone else that's on, thanks for joining in, and yeah, we'll catch you all next time. Well, have a good one.